Y'all already know what's up. Y'all already know. I know I didn't put it in my thumbnail, but after watching this movie yesterday, I gotta go on a rant, a mega rant. I don't know how long this video gonna be, but just know I got a lot of shit to get off my chest about this piece of shit of a movie. Today, we're gonna be talking about Toy Story 4. Toy Story 4 came out in 2019, and up until this year, I had no idea this movie even fucking existed. Let's talk about it. Toy Story 4 came out in 2019. 2019, I was in 10th grade. How the fuck did I not know this movie was even created? How did I not know this movie even fucking existed? This movie is so irrelevant that up until this year, I had no fucking idea it goddamn existed. Now, for all those who are gonna say, why watch it? Well, fucking experts, y'all wanna know why I watched the damn movie? It's because I was watching all the Toy Story movies. I watched I watched all of them from 1 through 3. And I saw Toy Story 4 there, and I'm just thinking like, when the fuck did this movie come out? Said 2019. I figured like, why not? I'll watch it. I watched Toy Story 4 twice. I watched it on my phone, and then I just watched it again with my sister. This movie is literally the definition of a goddamn cash grab. Cash grab. Unnecessary. Unneeded, and nobody fucking asked for it. Why was there another movie made after Toy Story 3? Toy Story 3 ended so beautiful. It ended on a good note. It ended on what the fuck it needed to end it on. Andy's all grown up. He's going to college. Woody decided to stay with his friends. He could have went to college with Andy, but he chose to stick with his crew. Buzz, Jesse, Slink, Rex, Mr. Potato Head, Mr. Potato Head, Pork the Pig. He chose to stick with them. For what? Well, he did because when Andy's mom came in his room and saw all his stuff was gone, and he said that he'll be back, she said she knows she just wish she could always be with him. It made Woody look at that picture of Andy holding him and Buzz. Like, I'm really gonna go off to college and my crew gonna be in the attic. He just couldn't have that thought rambling in his head. So Woody did a good selfless act and stuck with his crew. Toy Story 4 have no idea what this movie was supposed to be. How the fuck Bonnie made a big deal about getting Woody, and then Toy Story 4, she don't even play with this nigga. She completely neglects this guy. He's in the closet. He don't get played with. Like, that's just stupid to me. That makes no sense. You just ruined the storyline you did in Toy Story 3. Make it make sense. Mm. She in love with this goddamn toy Forky. Forky is one of the most annoying characters I've ever seen in a movie. He talk too much. He's so annoying. He do too much. Like, this entire movie, they literally trying to rescue this thing. It's just annoying at this point. Gabby wants Woody's voice box so she could be loved by a child. We find out in this movie what happened to Bo Peep and how she's not with the rest of the crew. Like, who really asks for that? Who really gives a fuck? I know I don't. When I said she was going, I didn't ask. I never really wanted to know what happened to her because I really didn't care. Like, Toy Story 4 was all over the place. They didn't know if they wanted this movie to be about Woody discovering himself other than just being a child's toy. They didn't know if they wanted it to be a love story. They had no idea what they wanted this movie to be. This movie was telling so many storylines within an hour. This movie was such a drag. Like, really, like, the side characters did nothing. Nothing. The side characters didn't do anything. And this movie was not funny, which is just not in Toy Story. Like, mm. The characters who always made you laugh in the first 3 movies didn't get any screen time. Like, Mr. Potato Head was always funny, and yet he's sidelined in this movie. He don't get, like, none of them really get any dialogue. Not Jesse for real, not Mr. Potato Head, not Rex, not Slink. Not none of them. They just there, and it's like, why is the crew separated? That's just stupid. Why are they in the RV and Woody and Buzz are here? Why didn't they just do when Buzz left the RV? Why didn't they just do when the whole crew leave? What do they think? It would be too noticeable, like all these toys out of the RV and they just be everywhere at the carnival. I mean, yeah, I guess to some degree that makes sense, but it's like, damn, they could have gave them something because they didn't do anything in this movie. Not until the ending when they was doing that shit with the RV, making it stop and shit like that. It's like, that's how you really gonna do those characters, because they not side characters. They are main characters. Slink, Rex, Pork the Pig, Mr. Potato Head, Jesse, Buzz. They're not side characters. They're main characters. They've been that way since the entire franchise. And yet in this movie, they get completely sidelined. Make it make sense. Toy Story, you've been able to tell two different stories at a time. You've been able to split that screen time. You did it in the first movie with Woody and Buzz and the rest of the toys at home with Andy. You were able to do it in Toy Story 2 with Woody at the fucking Owl's toy farm, whatever the fuck, and Buzz and Slink and Rex and Porky and Pork Pig and Mr. Potato Head, they all trying to rescue Woody, excuse me. Y'all been able to split screen time. Toy Story 3, Woody is here, the rest of the crew was here at the school. Y'all been able to split storylines and split screen time to get everyone equal shit. So why the fucking Toy Story 4 did that just go out the fucking window? This movie had no idea what it wanted to be. I don't care about the love story between Woody and Bo. Yes, they have chemistry. I just don't give a shit. That's never been what Toy Story is about. It's not about love. It's not about happy. It's not about that shit. I don't care. Like, that's what this movie was really about. Like, Bo was telling Woody, like, why do you want to be a kid's toy? Blah, 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 blah. And he's telling her, you won't understand because it's just stupid. Like, it's just dumb. Like, this movie is just dumb. It's dumb. It's dumb. It was a cash grab. One of the worst sequels I ever seen. There was no reason for this movie to be made when Toy Story 3 ended on such a good note. This movie was just a cash grab. It was just to get people back in the love of Toy Story because Toy Story 3 came out in 2010. So people probably was wondering when we gonna get another one. Why do we need another one? Toy Story 3 ended so perfectly. And this movie had no fucking emotion. That is not a Toy Story film. Every Toy Story movie I've ever watched had emotion. This movie had no fucking emotion. No, I didn't feel none of the scenes they tried to do. None of the emotional scenes they did, I didn't feel shit. Because it just felt like, because since the plot was everywhere, they couldn't stick with one thing. My mind was in that place where it's like, what are they doing? I just don't get it. You feel me? Like, why are they doing all this extra shit? I'm not understanding why we're getting pulled here, getting pulled there, getting pulled everywhere. It just don't make sense. Like, why? Why? And then you have a Toy Story 5 coming out. For what? What could you possibly do in this movie that you haven't already done? What the fuck are you going to do? Because Toy Story 5, I think they said they're going with the storyline with Bunny getting addicted to electronics because kids don't play with their toys no more. No. Hell no. It's a different time now. Kids don't play with toys like they used to. Not like how I used to. They addicted to all this TikTok and all this other bullshit. They don't play toys anymore. But it's like, do we really need to see another movie of that? No. Because why do it? And how can you even make a Toy Story 5 movie when Woody is not even with the crew anymore? They left. He left. He chose to stay with Bo and they went a whole different way. So how could you even make a Toy Story 5 knowing he ain't with the crew? That makes no sense. That makes no sense. Like, Disney at this point, y'all doing way too much. Y'all trying to make cash grabs. Y'all making movies that don't need to be made. It's just stupid. Like, Woody's character was always selfless. Loyalty was big heart was one of the main things I loved about Woody. He never left nobody behind. He never did nothing to nobody. But to have his character just forget about everything he said in the third movie and this, man, fuck that. For have his characters forget that what he said in all three movies, just to leave his crew high and dry over a bitch is crazy. Woody would have never done nothing like that. That's insane. That's insane in the motherfucking brain to think he would leave his crew over a girl that he has not talked to since the second movie. That's crazy. That's insane. That's delusional. That's delusional. That's delusional. That's delusional. That's crazy. This movie just sucks so bad. It's terrible. It's not good. I recommend anyone of y'all watch it. Watch it one good time. Make sure you pay attention to everything. Because that's why I rewatched it. Because the first time I watched it, I didn't pay attention. Because there were some scenes I saw when I watched it again that I did not see when I watched it first. I'm like, I didn't remember that. I don't remember that. Damn sure don't remember that. Like, some of the scenes that they showed when I watched it the second time, I don't remember seeing them when I watched it the first time. So maybe I wasn't paying attention, which is great because I need to watch it one more time, paying attention to everything for being able to make this video because this movie just sucks. Like, it wasn't funny. The only two characters that were funny in this movie was just the duck and the bunny. Played by two black voice actors. Like, oh my God. Toy Story never just needed to rely on just two people for it to be funny. Everyone was funny in their own way. So for Toy Story 4, for it to just be two people who's carrying it, funny-wise, that shit really bothered me. Like, why are they the only funny ones? I just don't get it. This movie just sucks. And then my biggest issue in this movie, other than Woody doing what he did, and having no emotion, and not having any comedy relief, all the other characters being sidelined, the biggest deal breaker for me, the biggest fucking issue I had with this movie was Buzz's character. Buzz was a complete idiot in this movie. Complete idiot. He was so fucking stupid. He was dumb. It was like they made him Sid from Ice Age and amped it up an ante. Like, this entire movie, he kept hitting the buttons on his toy for an inner voice. What the fuck was that all about? People are gonna say, oh, Buzz always been an idiot. He always been like comedy relief. He always been comedy relief. He was always funny, but he wasn't stupid. How the fuck was he able to help Woody out of the fucking airport if he was dumb? Make it make sense. He had a whole strategy. He had a game plan, a map, everything up and ready to fucking go to rescue his buddy Woody. Toy Story 4, this nigga is running all around the carnival, hitting his buttons for inner voice, talk about this, talk about that. Like, what the fuck is that all about? They just made him an idiot. Guess Buzz always been funny, but he was never dumb. Like, y'all missing the whole point of what I'm saying. Buzz was always funny, yes, but he never was stupid. I guess y'all could say in the first movie when he thought he was a real space ranger, but that made sense. And all these other movies, he never was dumb. He was very smart. He was funny, yes, but he was very smart. This movie, he just was stupid. Like, it made me so mad whenever he would touch the buttons on his fucking toy. I'm thinking, like, what the fuck are they trying to do? Because this shit is not funny to me. It's annoying. It's irritating as fuck. It's not funny. I don't know. This movie is stupid. This movie is not good. I don't give a fuck about that Rotten Tomato score. It's a 97. A 97 Rotten Tomato score. I damn sure don't think this movie deserved that. But since it's Toy Story, of course it's going to get that. Because Toy Story never fails. Toy Story is like, was the very first, I want to say, animated, like, they said it grossed over a lot of money for Disney, Pixar, all of that. It made a lot of money, and Toy Story 4 is actually the biggest box office out of all of them. Like, it made like $1 billion in box office. So a lot of people went to go see this because of the nostalgia, of the reputation that Toy Story has. And I love Toy Story. I do. I just hate the fourth one. I'm going to always love Toy Story. Y'all have no idea how many times I done rewatched the Toy Story 1, Toy Story 2, Toy Story 3. I done rewatched all of them a lot, and I never fucking will stop. I love Disney. I love Toy Story. I watched all my favorite movies over and over again. But this one is a piece of shit. So like I said, you want to watch Toy Story 4? Watch it once. make sure you pay attention to everything so you don't ever have to watch it again, because this movie sucks. It's like one of those movies that's like, why was it made? Yeah, people love this movie, but shit on Monsters University, which is way better than this piece of shit. I don't give a fuck what y'all say. Monsters University is better than Toy Story 4. At me if you want to. I don't give a fuck what you say. It's a lot of movies in Disney that's way better than this piece of shit. On my mama. Way better than this piece of shit. This movie's stupid as fuck. It was a goddamn cash grab. And because it was a cash grab, that's why it fucking sucks. All the storylines they could have made in this movie, and they chose to make this. Are you kidding me? I'm out, man. I just want to get that shit off my chest. I'm going to catch y'all on my next video.